Let's start with a simple question. What if I told you that nothing you see is real? Right now you're watching this video, hearing my voice and thinking about what I just said. But everything you experience is filtered through your brain. You don't see the world as it is, you see the world as your brain decides it should be. Sounds crazy, right? But think about it. Two people can look at the same situation and have completely different opinions. One person sees a harmless dog. Another sees a dangerous threat. The dog hasn't changed, but their perception has. Your brain is constantly editing reality. It picks what you should focus on and what you should ignore. It fills in missing details. It even changes your memories over time. But here's the real mystery. If perception shapes everything, then can we actually trust what we think is real? In this video, we'll break down how perception works, how it tricks us every day, and whether we can change the way we see the world. By the end, you might start questioning everything you believe. So, are you ready to see reality differently? Let's begin. Perception is how your brain translates the world around you. It takes raw information, light, sound, touch, taste, and smell, and turns it into something meaningful. But here's the interesting part. Your brain never gives you the full picture. It filters information, fills in blanks, and even distorts reality based on what it expects to see. Imagine you're walking in a dark room. You see a shadow in the corner, and for a split second, your brain tells you it's a person. Your heart races, but then you realize it's just a coat hanging on a chair. That's perception at work. Your brain predicted what was there before you fully processed it. This happens all the time. Your mind makes decisions before you're even aware of them. You don't actually see with your eyes, you see with your brain. And here's proof. Have you ever misheard lyrics in a song? Your ears picked up the sound, but your brain interpreted it differently. Or maybe you've seen an optical illusion where your brain refuses to believe the truth, even when you know it's a trick. Perception isn't just about sight. It shapes your entire reality. It decides what's important, what's dangerous, and even how you feel. Two people in the same situation can experience it completely differently because their brains filter the world in unique ways. But how far does this go? Can perception change facts? Can it alter your memories? In the next section, we'll dive into the science behind perception and how it controls more than you think. Let's get into the real mystery. How does your brain create perception? It all starts with sensory input. Light hitting your eyes, sound waves reaching your ears, signals from your skin, nose, and tongue. But your brain doesn't just passively receive this information. It processes, edits, and sometimes even distorts it. Take optical illusions. Ever seen a static image that seems to move? Or two colors that look different but are actually the same? Your eyes aren't lying. Your brain is just making assumptions. One of the most famous examples is the dress illusion. Remember when the internet fought over whether a dress was blue and black or white and gold? The image never changed, but perception did. That's because your brain adjusts colors based on lighting and expectations. Another example is the McGurk effect. If you watch a video of someone saying ba but hear fa instead, that's your eyes tricking your ears. Your brain combines what it sees and hears to create a completely new perception. And it doesn't stop there. Your memory also alters reality. Studies show that each time you remember something, your brain rewrites the memory. Over time, small changes add up. This is why eyewitness testimonies are often unreliable. People genuinely believe things that never happened. So if perception is constantly shifting, what does that mean for reality? If two people can experience the same event differently, then is there even an objective truth? In the next section, we'll look at how perception affects your daily life and how it shapes your experiences in ways you never realized. Perception isn't just about illusions or tricks. It shapes everything you do, your decisions, emotions, relationships, and even your success. Ever noticed how food tastes better when you think it's expensive? Studies show that people rate the same wine as better when they believe it costs more. The taste doesn't change. Your perception does. Or think about pain. Ever had a minor injury that didn't hurt until you saw it? That's because your brain processes pain based on attention. The same injury can feel mild or unbearable, depending on what you expect. It happens in conversations too. If you think someone is rude, you'll notice every little thing they do wrong. But if you like them, you'll ignore their flaws. Your perception of people changes how you treat them and how they treat you in return. This also explains why people react differently to the same situation. Imagine two people stuck in traffic. One is furious, honking, and stressed. The other is calm, enjoying music and accepting the delay. Same traffic, completely different experiences. The difference? Perception. Even success is shaped by perception. If you believe you're capable, you're more likely to take risks, try harder, and push through failure. But if you believe you're unlucky or not good enough, you might quit before you even start. But here's the real question. Can we control perception? Can we train our brains to see the world in a way that benefits us? In the next section, we'll explore whether perception can be changed and how to do it. If perception controls everything, the big question is, can we change it? The answer is yes. Your brain isn't fixed, it adapts. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. It means that if you change how you think, you can change how you experience the world. One way to do this is by shifting focus. Ever notice that when you buy a new car, you suddenly see that model everywhere? The cars were always there, but now your brain filters them in. This works with everything. If you focus on problems, you'll see more problems. If you focus on opportunities, you'll find more of them. Another trick is reframing situations. Imagine spilling coffee on your shirt before an important meeting. You can see it as a disaster or just a small inconvenience. Same event, different perception. Mindfulness also plays a huge role. Studies show that people who practice mindfulness can reduce stress, improve focus, and even change pain perception. Simply paying attention to the present moment alters brain activity. Experiments have even shown that changing perception can change reality. In one study, hotel workers who believed their job was good exercise lost more weight than those who didn't, despite doing the same work. Their beliefs changed their bodies. So yes, perception can be changed, and if you control your perception, you control your reality. But what about society? If perception shapes personal experiences, how does it affect entire groups of people? In the next section, we'll look at how perception influences history, culture, and even the way we see truth itself. If perception shapes personal experiences, what happens when it influences entire societies? History is filled with examples of how perception has shaped reality on a massive scale. Wars have been fought over ideas, not just facts. Entire civilizations have risen and fallen because of beliefs, not objective truths. Take propaganda. Governments and media have long understood that controlling perception means controlling people. If a society believes a leader is strong, they follow without question. If they believe an enemy is dangerous, they support war, even if the facts say otherwise. Marketing works the same way. Luxury brands don't just sell products, they sell perceptions. A simple handbag becomes a status symbol because people believe it represents wealth and exclusivity. And then there's the placebo effect, one of the clearest proofs that perception shapes reality. People given fake medicine often experience real healing just because they believe it works. Their bodies react as if they actually took a drug. Even today, perception wars happen online. Social media creates false realities, where perfectly curated lives make people feel inadequate. Algorithms feed us what we already believe, reinforcing our views and making it harder to see other perspectives. So here's the big question. If perception can be manipulated, how much of what we believe is actually real? In the final section, we'll wrap everything up and leave you with a question that might change the way you see the world forever. So, after everything we've discussed, one thing is clear: perception isn't reality. Your brain isn't showing you the world as it is. It's showing you the world as it thinks it should be. It filters, distorts, and even creates experiences based on past memories, beliefs, and expectations. This means that what you think is true might just be a version of the truth. Two people can see the same event differently. Societies can be shaped by illusions, and even your own body can change based on what you believe. So here's the final question. If perception shapes everything, then what happens when you change it? What if you started questioning your assumptions? What if you trained your brain to focus on new possibilities? What if you saw obstacles as opportunities, failures as lessons, and stress as a challenge instead of a burden? If perception is the lens through which you see the world, then the real power is this: you can choose the lens. Now, I want to hear from you. Has perception ever played tricks on you? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. And if this video made you think differently, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.